Motherflutters, a Portuguese duo formed by two brothers, Andre Camara on flute and voice and Felipe Camara on guitar and voice, played together for more than 20 years in different bands and classical music groups until they decided to go on a solo adventure. So most of their songs were recorded and produced in Portugal and in Qatar, mixed in Portugal and mastered in London. So their music combines elements of disco, funk, and pop music, as well as simple and appealing voice lines with striking melodies. Now, the unique sound of the flute and the funky electric guitar will definitely make you dance. So here today, to get to know more about them and their music, we've got Felipe, one half of Motherflutters, who is joining us today on the airwaves. Hi, Felipe. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Perfect that you're joining us this morning. So I've got a bunch of questions. We want to get to know you, and we want our listeners to get to know you and, of course, your music. So first off, what got you into music? Tell us about your journey.
Well, we started studying classical music very early. We played a lot together in classical groups. At the same time, we had different rock pop bands. But then, when the European financial crisis hit our country, I decided to go to London to work as an architect, but Andrea stayed in Portugal. I then came to Doha, and because we were unable to play and see each other as often as we used to, we decided to create a project with only the two of us. With more than 7,000 kilometers apart, we started composing via FaceTime, Skype, and WhatsApp, sending each other our own recording sessions and ideas, and so music kept us together.
How was that like? Because in this day and age, it's almost hard to escape life without technology, without all the things you mentioned, like FaceTime and Skype and WhatsApp. How was the experience like going back and forth?
Sometimes messages aren't always clear, you know. Sometimes he was thinking about something and I was thinking about another thing. But because we are brothers, actually that helps, because I know him very well. So I always know what he means, and definitely these tools are very useful these days.
Tell me how you describe your music, or is there a particular genre wherein your music falls neatly into?
Generally speaking, our songs combine elements of disco, funk, and pop music, as you said, with a happy, good vibes feel. But there is something really special and unique that distinguishes us, which is the sound of the flute. It's the main lead instrument on our songs, and when combined with simple and catchy voice melodies, a groovy beat, and a funky guitar, you have Motherflutters.
I am so curious to know, where did you get your name from?
Basically wanted to reflect two things. The first, the fact that we are brothers. So the best way to do that was to actually pay an homage to our mother. So mother is because of that. And the second one is to highlight one of the main instruments that we use, the flute, and that almost no one uses in this type of music. So came the word flutter, which reminds us the word flute, but it's also an effect actually used frequently by this instrument. So that's a combination of those two words.
It's actually a very smart, it's so witty, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Now I get the whole picture of where the name came from, Motherflutters. Now tell me, so far, what would you say would be the best track that you've released, and why?
For us, they're all great. We love them all, obviously, but the one that got more attention so far from the public was our second single, Find Love. It played in many radios worldwide, including here on QBS, obviously. But in Portugal, our home country, was really a big hit. The song was in first place in the top 30 for 9 consecutive weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And was actually considered one of the best songs from 2020 by the voters. We just hope that our new single one day flies even higher.
All right, and tell me, where do you get the inspiration from for when you make music, especially now that you are gaining a lot of popularity, not just in Portugal, but also, you know, in Doha, in Qatar in particular, and on Spotify and other digital media platforms?
Simple things, I think, that happened to us in the past. For example, our first single, Tomorrow, was done right before my first son was born, so the song talks about that. Some songs talk about love, but not in the most conventional way. Other songs talk about things that bother us in life, like climate change, inequality, and discrimination. But at the end, it's all about telling an honest story and how to turn that into something positive and uplifting.
That is amazing. You don't get a lot of singers or artists who also write so well. So yeah,
Thank you very much.
That should be one of your best suits. Okay, so tell me about your next goals. What's next for Motherflutters from here on forward?
At the moment, we are promoting our third single, One Day, on all streaming platforms. And it's a song that talks about dreaming one day we will all be together and fall in love again. We are also finishing our debut album to be released this year. And after that, we intend to give as many concerts as we can. Let's just hope that the current situation changes quickly for us to play live and to be able to share our music with our fans. In the meanwhile, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify, because this year is going to be full of surprises.
Thank you very much. We're talking to one half of Motherflutters, Felipe Camara, on QBS Radio 97.5. Have a great day ahead of you, Felipe.